Gwen has the most votes right now. I'm going to stick with her. So I'll pop open the splits. The splits are specifically just for my stream and just to have a reference. So, oh, it popped up on my other monitor. One sec. I'm just gonna bring that over and we'll be good to go. So yeah, yesterday we did a Bob marriage run and Bob is best boy. So I'm gonna open, let's look for Gwen. Gwen. There you are. Bob. Okay, here we go. Thank you so much for the good luck. I appreciate it. Okay, so quick talk about Gwen. There's a few things that we need to know. I'll be going through main marriage requirements, but Gwen is a little bit different in the way that all the candidates I chose today, like yesterday, were ones that you can just start gifting and marrying right away. Today are bachelors, bachelorettes that you need to fulfill certain criteria for before you actually meet them. So for Gwen, that means that to trigger her coming into town, we have to go to the horse race. We don't have to participate in the horse race, we just have to go to the horse race. And, I hear my cat outside, I feel bad, but it's okay. We're playing as a boy because, unfortunately, if you want to marry Gwen, you can only play as a boy for this. So I'll set this, we'll get started, I'll explain a little bit more as we get into the intro. And let's get ready to go. This is Gwen marriage starting in 3, 2, 1, let's go. Louis is adorable. I love him. All right, so this is the intro scene where we find out about the ranch plan. So we're gonna meet the mayor. We're gonna have a really brief conversation with him. We'll be offered 3 plots of land that all of their pros and cons, but when we are doing marriage, I always pick Ocean. Ocean is the best plot because you don't have to move your watering hole to build the level 3 house. River plot is the best plot, don't worry, we know. However, in the speedrun, it's much slower because you also have to relocate your watering hole. For this one, you just have to cut down a tree because its leaves are in the way of the level 3 house, but that's about it. I know, river plot is the best. Don't worry, I would always pick river if I was playing casually. Alright, so we'll just pick ocean quickly. And there you go. You were told by Woody that it's poison. Oh my gosh! That's actually perfect because Woody is actually a character in this game. Okay, so I'm just focusing for this first intro part because there's just a little bit to do with organizing and menuing. Oh yeah, no, River is literally the best. It's a great size. What I do is I just buy River and then I buy Ocean later to put my barns on. But River is the best starter plot, especially if you're growing plants, 100%. Okay. Okay, there you go. So our furniture is reorganized in the way that I like it, and that's that. So in order to get married, I kind of mentioned this yesterday, but I mean, could be brand new crowd this morning. So let's go through the marriage requirements. In order to get married in this game, you need 8 hearts with a bachelor or bachelorette of your choice. In this case, it's Gwen. So we'll be giving her gifts, spamming her with gifts, in fact, until she loves us. The gift that we'll be doing today is cabbage, because it's one of her loved gifts and it's really easy to grow. So we'll be doing cabbage, and that's that. You also need the level 3 house and the large bed. To get the level 3 house, you need to get 1 heart with either like one of the woodsmen. Basically, we just choose Joe or Kurt. In most cases, I choose Kurt now because we found out that he loves wooden stakes, or he likes wooden stakes, sorry. He likes wooden stakes. So to get him up to 1 heart, you have to spam gift him 22 wooden stakes. It's fab. So that's what we'll be doing. Once you have 8 hearts, a level 3 house, and a large bed, you also have to unlock Alex, which we will be doing by passing out and triggering the limitation note cutscene. And yeah, it's pretty great. It's pretty great. Thank you, Mizaru. I appreciate it. So yeah, all you have to do is unlock Alex. You can just mash through the door and ignore the note, which I'll probably be doing as long as it's not raining. We'll see. how I feel to skip the note cutscene since I'll be watering the cabbage anyways. And yeah, then also to unlock Gwen, you need to go to the horse race, and then their Perch Inn, it's called, which is where she lives, will be built on Summer 1, and then it's accessible after that. So we are going into summer for this run, which doesn't happen a lot. Most of the time we get married by like mid-spring. Oh yeah, I highly recommend this game casually. It's tons of fun, and it will keep you busy for a long time since there are in fact 100 musical notes. So as you've seen from the intro, the premise of the story here is that the harvest goddess is really sad because people have forgotten how to love and care for one another. They've lost the courage to believe, and she turned herself to stone, which is pretty depressing. So the goal is to collect music notes by doing different farming tasks. There's fishing related stuff, festival, friendship, and you collect these musical notes. And after 50, which is when we cut off for any percent, she is restored and is no longer turned to stone. So that's what we work towards in any percent, in every category of any percent, glitched, restricted, and glitchless. But in marriage, we really ignore the story after the first minute. We completely forget about the harvest goddess and we do nothing. The only person that the harvest goddess matters for in marriage is Jamie, and then the game ends after you marry Jamie anyways, so. I agree, Connor, I agree. I had mentioned this, but like I'm very task oriented. I like to have a direction with what I'm doing, so that's huge for me. Oh, my cat is just like so grumpy at the door right now. My cats usually make appearances on stream and I usually let them in, but for speedruns, they love to climb all over the desk, and Lord knows that they will end my splits or do something. I know. Maybe I'll let her in after I finish the run and she can say hi, okay? Yeah, it's my cats. Yes, anyone who knows my stream knows my cats are always around, but I do lock them out for speedruns, especially during marathons. But maybe I'll let them come say hi after this. Alright, so here we're getting a pedometer that we are never going to use again. There is a note you can get for it. The first step's one here, which you get automatically, and then one for doing 10,000 steps. That takes forever though, so it's fine casually, but in speedruns, it's not fine at all. So we'll get a quick music note here for taking one step. Bam! And then we're just gonna get rid of the pedometer and never touch it again. And that'll be the end of our intro cutscene. Since we're marrying Gwen, I am going to only sleep one day because I don't have to go to the junk shop. Since we're doing cabbage, I will just have to go to the spring farm on the Tuesday. Do I stream casual or just speedruns? A bit of both. I stream a lot of different games, but speedruns, mainly like Harvest Moon speedruns. I used to speedrun Mario as well. Oops, I forgot to split, so that's a late split. But every now and again we have a featured game of the month where you play through a game and you learn a fun run of it. So I did that for a while where I would play the game casually for a bit of the month and then I would learn a marriage run from it. And that was super fun. So yeah, I do a little bit of everything. Love to keep things fun and fresh. But Magical Melody is definitely my baby when it comes to the game that I love to run the most. It has been broken open so hard this year, so it is amazing. It is amazing. Alright, so now that we're done this cutscene, we're actually just gonna go straight to bed because the spring farm is closed today, and we need to go buy a cabbage and some seeds for growing stuff and doing the dupe. So we're gonna sleep right away and we're gonna meet the best boy quickly, who we got the joy of marrying yesterday. And then we are going to swap out for some garden tools as well as an axe to cut down a tree. That thing Desert found really broke your brain for any percent. Oh yeah, the way to glitch yourself to like 75 musical notes. It's very broken, and it's really cool. It is a carpal tunnel producer though, so recommendation for anyone wanting to get into this game, do not run full glitched. You will kill your hand. It's definitely the fastest, but it's also definitely the worst. Highly recommend marriage as a starting point, or learning one of the any percent categories. It is very, very cool to see. Obviously, we love that the game is getting faster in fun ways and that we can totally break it apart. But yeah, it's definitely painful. Thank you so much for the good luck. I hope you have a lovely day at work, Kath, and take care of yourself. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut down this tree because it's in the way of the, whatchamacallit. It's in the way of the level 3 house, but just the leaves. So we're gonna chop it down all the way to the stump. And then we're just gonna leave it. So the spring farm only opens at 9 o'clock, so we have a lot of time. We're basically just waiting for time to pass. I know, I never play as a guy, so these sound effects are funny for me. I only play as a guy when I have to marry a girl, basically. Okay, so we're just gonna fill up our watering can quickly. The ocean plot has really bad land for growing plants. However, we found out that there's a perfect spot right under this tree where I'm gonna till that. I'm also gonna water it because in this game, you don't have to water after you plant seeds. It's basically a true or false thing. So it's either watered or not watered. I'm gonna pick up this stake because that's gonna be for Kurt. And then I'm going to go whistle in front of here because I'm gonna drain my stamina. You only ever play as a guy, so yesterday was new for you? Yeah, that's awesome. So we're doing this because I'm draining my stamina because we're gonna wanna pass out when we plant the cabbage. So I'm gonna buy the cabbage first so it goes into my inventory. And then I'm gonna buy the turnip seeds one at a time because you only want them one stacked to do the dupe that we're gonna do tomorrow. Or I'm actually not gonna do it tomorrow, sorry. I'm gonna do it after the cabbage is grown. All right, I've got a couple more whistles to do. I'm gonna go in now because it's 9 o'clock. Darn nature. Yes, so that is the one downside of the ocean plot. It's beautiful right next to the sea like that, but it is awful for growing crops. But yeah, we did find that one consistent fertile plot right above the ocean plot thing, so yeah, we do that there. It's the one thing that saved us when it comes to not playing on the river. River is more necessary when you're doing any percent though, because you need a lot more room to grow crops. But we choose ocean because it's close to both the spring farm and the wood shop. And especially now that we don't have to run back to the person's house every single day and we can gift spam, it makes our lives way easier. So they're gonna give us a journal for like a notebook with seeds and information like that. We're never gonna use it. They've also put 2 turnip seeds in our toolbox, which we're also probably never gonna touch. But first things first, I'm gonna buy 1 cabbage seed and then lots of turnip seeds. That's probably good. I just need enough so that I can do my dupe later. We're only doing 1 dupe in this game, or in this particular run, so it's not so bad. But we're gonna take out our cabbage seed because that is Gwen's fave. And we're just gonna throw it. Bam! And we have passed out. And that's how we are going to meet Alex, because you need to meet him in order to get married. It's just a weird requirement. We think it's tied to the fact that as soon as you get married, a pregnancy timer starts. So you or your partner will be pregnant after you get married. It takes a while for it to set in. It's a long, long time, but fertilize the new crops with your dead body. I love passing out. It's super fun. In-game. In-game. Hey Gogo, how are you? So yes, we just have to meet Alex. We don't actually have to collect any of his notes. So what I'm gonna do, I actually can't hear if it's raining or not, but I'm still gonna mash through the door just to show you that you can skip the limitation note. Never do this if you are trying to get lots of notes though, okay? So mash through the door. That means that you will not collect the limitation note. And it's cloudy, thank goodness. So that's amazing because now I am going to just go right up here. I'm gonna water it. And then we're gonna go straight to bed. Zed sleeping is one of my favorite things in this game. It means you can sleep from any place. I love it. I Love it. So yeah, you don't need the limitation note, but please do not mash through your door like that if you need that note for any % or all notes. Because if you mash through the door, you will not have collected the note. The game will not register it, so you'll need to pass out and go through that cutscene again. And that is a massive run ruiner, so don't do it. Don't do it. This is Carl. He asks us to come help out with the Egg Festival, and we'll say yeah, but actually we're not gonna go because we are filthy liars. So yeah, we're not gonna worry about that. And then we're gonna go outside again to keep watering the cabbage. There's another note that we're gonna try to keep mashing out for, but we're gonna collect it no matter what, just because of the nature of this particular run. It's called the Lone Wolf Note, and you get that for not talking to anybody for a full day. But since we're just kind of going about our day doing stuff, basically it's just inevitable. So we basically registered as talking to Carl yesterday, so we're not gonna get it today. But because we're going to be sleeping for a long time to get through spring, we're just gonna get it one day. It's inevitable. I am inevitable. All right, so we're just gonna keep watering this until it's grown, and then we'll be doing the dupe after that. I'm gonna start reorganizing my inventory so I'm ready. Don't remember exactly what day the cabbage is done, but yeah, there it is. I am just gonna go check on that. So yeah, I'm gonna throw this away because I don't need it. I'm also gonna throw this away because I don't need it. I'm gonna keep this with me, and we'll do that for now. And I'll just swap this with this. I just don't want to put my watering can away too early, just in case. Oh, that might... Hold on. I'm gonna sleep one more night. I should leave an empty, just in case. Just in case. So I'm just gonna pop this here and I'm gonna go check on it. Should be hopefully good. Hey, random, welcome in here. Yay, I agree. It is my fave. It is my fave. 100%. Oh yeah, not ready yet. Not ready yet. Go get it. Mission failed. It's still tiny. Gotta go grab that. The cabbage always screws me up because it looks similar when it is little and big. Turnip is easy because turnip is turnip. Cabbage is out to get ya. Here we go. But yeah, we'll keep this going for a little bit. Absolutely no stress with time because the horse race is on the 17th. We have so much time until that. And then I'll just go check to make sure it's ready. And then we'll give it a little save. Yeah, breadfruit. Well, actually, breadfruit is a fruit. Oh, that's ready. The cabbage is out to get me. Yeah, so breadfruit is actually a real fruit. I do know somebody that has had breadfruit before. It's pretty great. It's time for Lana to get the dupe first try 2 runs in a row. No! Actually, yeah, we'll organize it like this for now. I'm gonna do a save just right here, and then I'm gonna see how the dupe goes outside. If it goes well, then I'll keep going, but I might come back inside. I want to play it safe so we don't have to reset. And I have a lot of turnip seeds inside, so we're good. All right, so I'm gonna be doing a glitch right away once I grab this cabbage. So basically, I'm just gonna take this out, I'm gonna throw it, and I'm gonna mash. I did not get it that time, so I'm gonna try again. Doesn't make cakes and bread. Oh, geez. Now it's gonna be sassy, ain't it? Ah, yes it is. I'm gonna go inside to go grab some more. Hold up. I got it first try in the run yesterday, and then I tried to show it off again, and it was sassy. But I'll grab some more here. And also just because I'm, like, really particular about my inventory, I'm gonna do this. Do the do. We do have a song for it. We love it. No, dog, get out of here. There we go, I did it. Do the do. And now I have infinite money. Okay. So now that that's done, I have unlimited cabbages and unlimited steaks. It's weird. So I'm just gonna... the shop is open, the wood shop. It is closed on Tuesdays, so I'm gonna ignore tomorrow. As you see here, bam, Tuesdays. But we're gonna go inside and we are going to meet the woodsman. I know, we just had to sing the song. There you go. That's why I buy backups. You always want backups, just in case. But yeah, generally speaking, I am pretty consistent for getting it second or third try. But, you know, marathon spice. Gotta keep it fun and fresh. Alright, and I've got my counter ready. So, the way affection works in this game is pretty funny. We found out about gift spamming. And basically what it is when you're giving a gift to someone, they gain affection points. In this instance, we'll be giving him a liked gift, which is when you see the green stuff above his head, not the hearts. That means that he likes the gift. He gets plus 15 affection points for the first gift. And in the game, typically you think that after giving them a gift, well, they'll say, no, I don't want any more. Joke's on you, actually. They'll still take it, and what the game didn't account for is that they actually get 15 points for a liked gift, and then when they put it away, they get an extra 4 points. But what the game doesn't tell you is that every time they put it away, they gain 4 affection points still. So you can actually get away with gift spamming without having to wait until the next day to give them another gift. You also get 5 points for conversations. So all math included, excluded, whatever. With all that math, what you need to know is that to get Kurt up to 1 heart, which is what you need to get the bigger house, we need to spam him with 22 steaks. And if you think 22 is a lot, just wait until we meet Gwen. I'm gonna give you a number you won't believe. So yes, he says give it to someone else, but he's still gaining affection points while we do this. So that's the funny part. Oh, I know, these games are broken in beautiful ways. It's super fun. So this was discovered by Desert, who was looking through the memory, and found out that, yeah, they still gain affection points when they take the gift and put it away. They don't get the massive boost from the first gift of the day, but they still get boosts. So this is important because we need to get the level 3 house and the large bed. We won't get the large bed tomorrow because they'll be closed, but we'll get it on Wednesday. And I like to have it all ready so that we can spam Gwen on when she moves in, and then we get the blue feather, run it straight down to her, and then we will avoid her friendship and romance cutscenes because each eligible bachelor and bachelorette has 2 cutscenes. Good morning, Marcus. There is a lot at stake. How are you? Welcome in. Ignore the my splits if you're on my stream, just because I'm doing things a little bit different today. It seems that I'm building the house first, so don't worry about those splits. We'll have the house built before the horse race. All right, that should be good. Hopefully my money is still good. I'm just gonna go buy the lumber and all that. So we'll go to lumber, we'll buy, nope, I'm not duped. Here we go. Do that again. Sometimes the money just resets. Don't really know why, it's just sassy like that. But we'll go to lumber and then we'll buy 101 because it's easy. We're gonna remodel our first house. You don't have to worry about level 2. You can go straight to level 3. So this property's good. I like this house. We're gonna do this. We're gonna put it here, bam, bam. And that's your level 3 house. Amazing. It won't be built until the next day though, so we'll leave it. We're gonna go straight to bed because nothing else matters in life. And in the morning, the level 3 house will be built. Yeah! So I'll reset my counter because we're done with Kurt now. I'm just gonna get rid of that, and I'm gonna get rid of that because we're not in order anymore. So they'll be here to say, yo, look at your house, it's so cool, we built it, it's snazzy. And I'll say, wow, looks like wood. And then I'm just gonna sleep through today because they're not open, it doesn't matter. Literally got nothing to do. So we're not going to arrange our furniture because screw that. I'm gonna get a different bed later. They're so fast, they literally built a house in 1 day. So yeah, we'll just leave our furniture here for now and then, bam, I know. Honestly, that reminds me of Sauce Vomped, where I was getting my house rebuilt by the woodsman there, and I woke up and he's in my house working on it. It's pretty great. Oh, the bed is on that side. So fun thing about inventory is when you do the glitch, anything in your inventory you have unlimited amounts of. The downside to that is that you can't add anything into your inventory. So blue feather, for example, if you have the blue feather and you want to put it in your pocket, if you are still glitched, it will disappear into the great beyond and you'll never see it again. And you can't get another one. So that's fun. I'm just gonna go by the large bed here. Hopefully my stuff is glitched still. Yep, so I've got the large bed. I'm gonna go straight to bed. I'm gonna reorganize my furniture quickly right now because you never want to forget to put the bed out. I did that once, I've never forgotten. It's devastating. The marriage ending cutscene stuff will not trigger if you don't have the large bed out. So I'm gonna put that there and then we're gonna sleep until spring 17. Yes, if you store that blue feather, you are literally done. You have to go back to your last save. It's completely devastating. It's awful. Absolutely awful. So if you are in that circumstance and you realize you're still duped, you can leave. What can you do if you dupe the blue feather? Fun fact, we have tested this. You can marry multiple people. However, once you marry the new person, they will be replaced as your spouse, and the other one will just kind of forget you exist, I think. Desert can confirm if he's still here. All right, here is our horse race. So I'm gonna run over to the festival square. Yeah, so you can marry multiple people. You do go through their wedding cutscenes, but just like real life, Marcus, wait, hold on. So it's possible, but not really. You can't all live in the same house. My favorite mod that we've ever done is still Bob marries Bob. I played as Bob in a wedding suit, and I married Bob. There was only one issue with it, and that was that you couldn't go through the intro or the marriage cutscene without it ruining your life. We have a ton of cutscenes to go through here. Good morning, Cowie, by the way. Welcome in. It's so good to see you. So we're gonna meet a ton of people here. Demo, you finally get to see Dan. So this horse race is necessary for a lot of Bachelor and Bachelorettes. You need it for Gwen, because she's part of the Perch Inn that opens after this. You need it for Carl and Eve, who are part of the Moonlight Cafe that opens because of this. You need it for Dan. Like, the spring horse race is really important. You don't have to participate, though. You just have to go through the cutscenes and meet these people. Funny thing, also for the hustle and bustle note, you just need to have met people. They don't all have to be living in your town at the same time, but you just need to have unlocked them. Dan. Yeah, Dan's over here. Dan is known to be the Playboy gambler. He's got a fun design, but he's annoying as frick. And if you know what his... So every character makes a noise when you talk to them or give them a gift. Dan's is by far the most annoying. But yeah, the first thing he does is ask for money. Can I get a big yellow in chat? Okay, so the first thing we're gonna do once we go in is run away. Legit. We don't do anything here. We just leave. And we're gonna get one more cutscene that I promise you'll love. And he's like, yo, thanks so much for joining the horse race. Wasn't that fun? And we literally did nothing. It's great. Honestly, the way to get through a lot of these festivals is just by leaving. Good morning, Nico. How are you? And now it's time to meet Best Girl. Is Theodore Thomas's brother? I don't think so, but yeah, they're definitely connected. Yes, Cowie. You do not have to talk to Theodore for the horse race. Okay, so we met Gwen, and we're just gonna go straight to bed. And we're gonna sleep until summer. Dang it! Yeah, you don't have to talk to Theodore, I'm sorry. And we're gonna sleep till summer 1, because that's when the Perchin is gonna be open. Dia is great. A lot of people love Dia as well. I'm definitely biased for Gwen, which I find a bit funny because I'm obviously biased towards Bob as well, and Bob and Gwen are a rival couple. But yeah, so our inventory stays glitched until we do one of two things. Either you save and reload your file, which breaks the dupe, or you buy a bigger rucksack, which also does it automatically. In this instance, we'll be doing a reload because I don't need the rucksack in this one. But in any percent, we typically get the bigger rucksack because it's needed just to hold a lot of frickin' stuff because we plant a lot of trees. In this route, though, we are not doing trees. We just sleep. Your first marriage choice was Gwen? Aw, yay. I think mine was Alex. I liked Alex and Ray as a child. I also had a little bit of a thing for Kurt, but that's completely gone now, unfortunately. I'm much more of a Joe fan. I still like Kurt, but definitely not my first romance choice anymore. But yeah, so I kind of talked about this yesterday, but a super fun fact for marriage was in the manual that comes with the game, it actually tells you that in order to get married, you need 30 musical notes. It says that in a lot of places, in online information and stuff too. But little did we know that last year, through testing and support of the community, you actually need 0 musical notes. None! Except meeting Alex, and limitation note is kind of a side effect of that unless you mash through it. But yeah, you actually need none, besides the mandatory ones that just happen. So that's cool. We did a lot of routing to make sure we got 30 musical notes for the marriages, and then realized it was all for nothing. So yeah, you actually don't need any musical notes to get married. Don't let that manual trick you. So now that it's summer, we're gonna have a new building over here. What could it be? I'll give you one guess. It's the Perch Inn. Small, oh, it's not open yet. Sorry, we have to wait until 9 a.m. So, summer is definitely the best. We're just gonna enjoy this. Unfortunately, there is a little bit of waiting that comes with these games. But this is why gift spamming revolutionized this category. Because before, if you wanted to marry Gwen, you had to wait until 9 a.m. every day. I'm also gonna move, because if I don't move, I'm gonna get the stationary note, and we don't want that. That's just more wasted time. So, yeah, before I break it open with a rock, we don't talk about that. I might have tried to break into Gwen's or into Anne's house with a rock one time because, you know, out of bounds stuff, you know, phasing through things. I've done it in Mario, so why can't I do it in Harvest Moon? Spoiler alert, it didn't work. Don't try to phase through someone's house with a rock, okay? Yes, in the before times when you used to have to wait outside people's homes to get in and gift them stuff, I used to read fan fiction. We would look up some of the worst fan fiction, Harvest Moon Magical Melody specifically, or just Harvest Moon related fan fiction, and while we were waiting for stores to open, we would read fan fiction. It was pretty dang great. Obviously gift spamming has taken that away from us, but it's fine. So if all goes well, I will have the blue feather tomorrow, and I'm gonna gift it to her right away because Summer 3 is a festival, so we don't want to wait until that. Good times. Writing cheesy fanfiction, yes! There is still a long wait for people like Eve and Carl. Oh, this music is so good. But even Carl will be working at the Moonlight Cafe, and they only start, you can only access them at 6 p.m. So that's a lot of waiting. This game is so good, Mai. I'm glad you're here. So here's Gwen. We met her briefly at the horse race, but now she's here. We have cabbage for her. Now, with all this affection math, let me tell you how many times we're going to gift her to get her up to 8 hearts in one day. It's 150. Yes, so you can actually marry Carl here because he's in the Moonlight Cafe. In the Moonlight Cafe. Carl will sometimes be outside, but it's actually just better to wait and do him inside because outside gifting is a gong show. Because you do it for so long. We have that issue with oh yeah, get used to this sound. We have that issue with and also they take forever to put stuff away, just gonna be honest. Bachelorettes put stuff away so slowly. It's slower than the guys, actually. Can I get a hey in chat? Oh no. Guys, we have to do this 150 times. But yeah, Carl will sometimes, or actually no, I don't even know if you can get Carl outside early because until you get the Moonlight Cafe scene, he's not actually counted as being in town. So you won't get him early. Does it increase affection? Yeah, so here's the fun thing, Mai. For loved gift, the first time they get a gift, it's plus 20 affection points. They also get plus 5 affection points for the first time you talk to them. They also get plus 5 affection points every time they put a gift away. Now, what the game developers didn't cover is that even though they say they don't want a gift, they won't get that big boost for the first gift every time you give it, but they still get plus 5 affection points every time they put away a gift. So for people like Gwen, where you have to wait until 9 a.m. to give them a gift, this saves us an unbelievable amount of time. Don't worry, Mai, we also didn't know that until this year. So when I say that the Harvest Moon community is alive and thriving, listen, we are still finding new exploits to this day. So yes, that is a massive development. So you have to give way more gifts than you would if you were gifting every day. But for people that you are having to wait a long time to see and are not accessible right at 6 a.m., this is a time saver. Honestly, even the people that you can access at 6 a.m. still benefit from gift spamming. As you saw with Bob yesterday, we got Bob even faster because of that. So yeah, some of these characters have really annoying voices. That's why I'm a bit nervous to run Dan. I will do it one day as a meme, but his voice line is absolutely atrocious. But yeah, we'll have Gwen screaming at us for the next while. But that's okay. And then we're gonna really hope for sunny weather tomorrow. If it's not sunny weather, I'm just gonna go straight to bed because I do not want to get a Gwen cutscene. I'm specifically avoiding those. Get a button to mute the game, I know. Is the yelling loud? I can turn it down a little bit while we do this. Listen, I am just thriving over Xnad's 400 dinghies yesterday. That was special. Hi, Xnad. I was just mentioning you. The 400 fish things back and forth. Oh my gosh. That was a special sound. The louder the better. Turn it up. Yes. So yeah, don't worry. We're gonna be we talked a lot at the start, so we'll definitely be a bit behind or like a bit longer than usual, but that's okay. That's okay. Honestly, a lot of the candidates that were offered in this one, Gwen is probably the longest one of the ones we offered. Louis is close. Actually, no. Yeah, Gwen's probably the longest, I think, at this point. Hey, Cruel, welcome in. Thank you so much for the raid. To anyone coming from Cruel's channel right now, hello, welcome to Harvest Moon Speedruns. My name is Lanaruse, and we are running Magical Melody, Gwen Marriage. You came at the right time. I am throwing a massive amount of gifts at Gwen, and we're gonna be here for a while. I gave a pretty big spiel about all the requirements to get married and stuff. We've already gotten the large house and the large bed, so now we have to just gift Gwen until she hits 150 gifts. We're at 40 right now, so buckle down. We're gonna be here for a bit. Hey! And if you have any questions about this game, about this run, about anything, feel free to ask questions. We love them, and we're happy to have you here. We are about, well, we're over halfway through our marathon now, but this goes until the evening. So make sure that you stick around after this run for more shenanigans. This would make a perfect stream alert sound effect. You're so right. Yes, exactly. So right now, I'll give a quick explanation for the lovely people who have joined us. Gift spamming is something new that we have found this year in this game, where originally we thought that you could only gift your friends and lovers one gift a day. And it's still true in the way that they will only get an affection boost once a day, but they actually still gain affection points every time they store an item. In this case, we're giving Gwen a loved item, so it's +5 affection points. Liked items are +4. So the difference, I know, okay, yes, please appreciate Doug slamming his face into the counter. It's actually fantastic. Can we get F's in chat for Doug? Yesterday, the F's in chat were for Joe and for Ellen, who Joe was just running into a pile of nothing. And Ellen literally, I'm gonna say this, but I mean the animal, legit cock-blocked me in the chicken coop. She walked right up to me and Bob and stole one of the silver ores that I was giving to him. So that was nice. And I know. Ellen was really rude to us yesterday. However, we still got a new record for Bob marriage, so that was nice. I know, typically the NPCs will walk out of the way, and then it's not a big deal, but she literally just stood staring at us to the point that I had to change my standing position, because, yeah, it was bad. I'm just adjusting. I threw my controller into my other hand because I unfortunately have the blessing of being a speedrunner with carpal tunnel. So because there's a lot of mashing in this game, just in terms of like taking stuff out and giving it, it's good to switch your hands and just get a good comfy button mash position, because we're at this for a hot minute. You've had that happen with Dia before? Amazing. Yeah, some of the characters in this game are pretty grand. But yeah, we're very excited to be featuring some fun new marriage runs, because so far, we've only featured the fastest marriage runs in marathons before. So last marathon I did Joe marriage because he is the fastest one to marry, but it's really cool to be able to show off that you can marry every person fast. I'll give a little talk about if you're wanting to get into learning how to run marriage. You need to know the base requirements, so 8 hearts, the level 3 house and the large bed, and unlock Alex. Those are necessary for everybody. All of this counts for everyone except Jamie. For the 10 bachelors, the 10 bachelorettes don't count Jamie. Then what you want to do is you want to figure out how to meet them. Either they are already in town and you just have to go to where they are, or you have to do a certain unlock requirement. This is on GameCube. Yes, I'm playing on original hardware GameCube, so my nice silver GameCube and my nice silver controller. And then after you figure out where they are, how to unlock them, for Gwen, it was go to the horse race, and then they're here, like Doug and her are here summer 1. Once you figure out how to unlock them and have them in town, if there is a requirement, figure out their liked or loved gift. My general thing is I look into what they love and what they like. I always try to go for love, unless it's really difficult. Anne, for example, has some really hard ones for loved, none that are super easy to get. So I just spam her liked gift, because she's pretty easy to get to. For loved gift, you're spamming 150, typically. Actually, a little bit more, because I'm doing 1 day. I forget my exact number here. Shoot, I forgot to do the math, but it's okay. It's 150 for 2 days. It's gonna be a bit more for 1 day. Jamie, if you're here, do you know offhand? I've forgotten. It was in my head at one point, but I'll check to make sure we're okay. And then for liked gift, if you're spamming for 1 day, it's 195, which is a lot. It's a lot, but it's okay. Yes, and the next marathon, I'm planning to submit Jamie Marriage. You got it. Jamie Marriage is a bit of a, what do you call it? An outlier. Because Jamie, once you marry them, the game ends. And the only way to marry Jamie is to save the Harvest Goddess by getting 50 musical notes, having 1 of each animal, and shipping 1 of each crop. Which means you have to go through all of the seasons. Spring through fall. What I did was I made a list of which ones I can buy from the spring farm and then which ones I can grow from seed. So any ones that I can buy from spring farm, you do. The most difficult one to do is strawberries, because strawberries are actually hidden spring seeds. Strawberries you can only get by planting a mixed bag, like a spring mix, and hoping you get strawberries, or you have to ship, I believe it's 30 or 50 cabbages. Probably 30. I tend to go for spring mix and pray, because strawberries are one of the things you have to ship, but they are not accessible from the start of the game. And it's bad. It's bad. So yes. I tend not to worry about the cabbages because that's a gong show, but it is a backup. Yeah, I forget exactly what it is. It is either 30 or 50. I know it's 30 moondrop flowers to unlock Lila, but all the numbers escape me sometimes. But yes, it is a lot. So if you can get them from the spring mix, it's way easier than having to do another dupe. But yeah, that's that. So yeah, it's super fun because every single one of these characters has a slightly different route. It's a lot of brain power because you need to remember everything they like and where they're at, and schedules aren't as important for this because they're very consistent at the start of the day, and as long as you know what day their stores are open and closed, it's not so bad. And for who you're going to choose to get up to 1 heart out of the woodsman, I lately have been choosing Kurt constantly and then spamming him with stakes, because stakes are really easy to just pick up off the ground and give to him. You don't have to grow a turnip like we do for Joe, because before we used to do Kurt's loved gift, which was herbal tea, which meant going to the junk shop, getting a pot, getting a green herb, making herbal tea, and then you'd have to go through a lot of cutscenes and note scenes for that. So it was a gong show. Alright. So yeah, I think we're going to be a bit behind my best time for this, just because of a couple errors, but that's okay. Overall, Gwen will still be married and will be happy. So we're at 101, so we're getting there. It is definitely a bit of a time-consuming endeavor, especially when you're doing it in 1 single day. But the reason it's so important to do in 1 day is because we're trying to avoid the cutscenes that we get from her. She has a cutscene at 2.5 hearts, which is a friendship one, where she'll come to your door and she'll give you a gift and you'll get a musical note. There's also another cutscene you get later where it's like a romantic one, and they're like, I think I have feelings for you, and they give you another gift. So both of those will take place if you go outside after they've hit that heart requirement. They'll be at your front door. But if you plan this well, you can skip them. You can skip both of them. Yeah, we don't really want heart events, right? The heart events are really snazzy, and I mean, they're fun. Also, the rival marriage cutscenes are really snazzy, but those really only happen in casual playthroughs because, yeah. Can you miss the notes permanently? No. No, not. If you were to continue the playthrough after this, you just have to go outside after you get married and they'll still happen. Which is pretty funny. We did that yesterday with Bob. We married him and he was inside the house, and then you go outside and he's knocking on your door and he's outside your door giving you a gift. So no, it can still happen. There's really no note that you can miss permanently unless you really screw stuff up. But it's pretty hard to completely soft lock yourself. The only instance would be if you don't save after getting the blue feather and you're still glitched, then yes, that's a massive issue. You can just marry someone without ever having a conversation with them beyond, hi, I don't know you, yes. Yes, exactly. The other events you can get after marriage. So some of the ones you can glitch through and, or not glitch through, but like mash through. It's not a big deal. Yes, exactly. There is no note for the love one. It's easy peas. Okay, we're at 120, so we're getting close. I'm gonna go up to 160 just for the extra ones. And that we'll check and that should be okay. I always do a little check before I sleep to make sure that I have it, unless it's someone that I run consistently and know exactly how much I've given. But sometimes in all of this, I mean, unless you're just playing on your own and paying very close attention, which is not me because I talk a lot through my runs. So I have a tracker here to help me count. It's 160. It's a lot. It's a lot. I know, no more hay. It's so sad. Oh yeah, it's a lot, XNAT. It's a lot. Hay fever. Yeah. But yeah, don't worry. If you want to hear someone else get spammed with gifts later, make sure you pop by after the next run. I believe Go-Go's after this. And after that, we have another runner with another Magical Melody marriage with 4 brand new options for you. So, buckle up. We have a lot of Magical Melody love this marathon. We are very excited. But that's the fun thing, and that kind of what makes running this game so hard is the routes are constantly evolving and we're finding new fun ways to do it. The problem is there's 20 bachelor and bachelorettes and each one of them can take around 45 to an hour. Is there Jamie marriage? Not this marathon, sorry. But Jamie's getting married in his run. The runner's name happens to be Jamie. Yes, exactly. There is no specific rhythm. It is not that precise. Yes, I love this game. So we are doing short categories. In previous longer marathons, we've also shown any percent, but we're just doing marriage this one since it's our nice short summer one. But yeah, make sure that you follow this channel and join our Discord if you like, because we will be hosting another marathon around Valentine's Day. Yeah, around Valentine's Day. That's it. Which gives you a lot of time to learn a fun run to submit for the next marathon, eh? All Notes when? Good question, Mizaru. So All Notes was, it's at 17 hours right now, but it has been revamped by Desert and is supposed to be probably around 10 to 12 hours now. It's still a gong show of a run, so the chance of ever doing that consistently is really low. For anyone that remembers our All Notes race, my computer died 9.5 hours into the run. So I was having a great day. I never finished my All Notes run because of that, but my computer literally hard locked so hard, I had to unplug my computer from the wall. So I would love to do All Notes again in the future, but I have trauma. Yeah, it's all good. So yes, we're a bit behind our best time right now, but that is a-okay. Because Gwen is still getting married, and she is full of cabbages. Yeah, it's, All Notes is very cool. It's still fascinating that you can beat the game that fast, like completely beat the game, but it is also very RNG heavy because it involves Kingfish. Wait, what? What me out of context? Whoa.
Hey!
Listen, there's a lot of me out of context that sounds awful, so I'm not surprised.
Hey!
Oh, I have trauma. True. All right, I'm just gonna go to 160 and here we go.
Hey! Hey!
Yeah, that's that makes sense.
Hey!
Yes, she does say 1 gift a day is enough, and she is lying. Just gonna check. Yeah, we got 8 hearts. I left that menu for no good reason. 1 sec, let me go back into it. Bam! I'm gonna check to make sure it's sunny before I leave. It's sunny, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna save quickly. You do not want to step outside. Do not. We're gonna reload our save, which breaks the glitch. Which means that when we get the blue feather, we can store it. Bam. Easy. We're gonna go outside, and we're gonna meet the man himself. It's Theodore. And he's like, haven't you thought about getting married? Good morning, Soren. How are you? You are just in time for the end of the marriage run. We are just about to do the worst minigame in the history of minigames. It's okay, this isn't Swim Festival. Swim Festival is actually awful in this game. It's so bad. It's so hard. I have lost so many runs to Swim Festival. But this is the rock climbing minigame, which you have to do to get the rock climbing note and the blue feather. Jamie Marriage will be in the next marathon. I'll submit it, I promise. So this is a climbing minigame that is pretty RNG heavy. There's a few things that can happen. There are gusts that can blow you in different directions, and there are rocks that can fall and hit you on the head. Oh, I missed that split. It's bad. It's very bad. Yes, mountain climbing is awful. Honestly, it can save and lose you at least 30 seconds. I'm not lying. No matter how good your run goes, this particular climbing minigame will screw you over. It is really good music, but it's also traumatizing music. Tell me how you really feel. So ideally you want to get updrafts, which I'm getting right now, so that is amazing RNG. If you can get to the halfway point without moving from your mid spot, you are killing it. And here come the rocks. Just gonna, scoot my butt this way actually, because I can't fight that one. Okay. So it's not bad, but it is really stressful if you want to climb fast. Oh, dicks. Okay, just gonna wait that out. What's updraft? Jamie! No. Oh my gosh, I'm a god gamer! Okay, sorry. Anyways, keep climbing, keep climbing. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. I'm gonna get hit, I'm gonna get hit, I'm gonna get hit. I'm a god gamer! Okay, sorry, keep climbing, keep climbing. This is why I hate this minigame! Get out of the way! Get out of the way! Sorry. It's so bad. This is so bad. And the rocks just get worse as time goes on, so I'm almost there, but 1 minute. Oh my gosh, the game is out to kill me. This is really bad RNG at this point. The updraft at the start was really good, but the rest is awful. Okay, I'm fine, I did it. Sorry about the mic peaking. We're through. That was very bad, rock climb. Yes, sometimes you go straight and barely have to move from the middle, and this is why we hate rock climbing. But yeah, literally your run can be perfect all the way up to this point, and that exact climb would kill your run. My run's been dead for a while, don't worry. But yes, that is exactly what happens. It's devastating. Thank you, Mizaru. Sometimes I'm good at dodging, but I won't lie. I have lost that before. I have lost it. The downside The one downside is if you get hit and you lose all of your stamina bar, you will restart at the bottom of the mountain. It won't completely end your day at least, which is good, but it will completely cancel your... You have to do it again from the start, basically. So that's Blue Feather. We're just gonna go through another little cutscene here, and we're gonna get the rock climbing note and the Blue Feather note. Or the Blue Bird note, sorry. So you get a bit of a glimpse into some of these musical notes. It's pretty great. We love them. Love the confetti. So I'm just gonna store this right away since I am not glitched. That's gonna help us run down the mountain nice and speedy. I'm going to give it to her today because, I mean, the inn doesn't open until 9 a.m. anyways. And, there's no point waiting until tomorrow. The wedding won't take place tomorrow because it's a festival day, but yeah. So I'll explain these assets again. Any asset that is a big natural asset. Let me rephrase this. So things like heavy trees and rocks and all that, those are in the exact same place every single time. I realized I was going down a really bad path right now. Anyways, yeah, trees and rocks and all that are in the exact same spot. Logs, all that. Same spot every single time. Things like flowers, herbs, cayenne pepper, all of that, those are randomly generated every time. So they're not in the same... Ow, I just tripped over a weed. I'm tripping on weed, friendos. No radio, stop! So we're gonna go outside of Gwen's inn and we are going to wait until 9 a.m. I have the Blue Feather. And we'll be good to go. You cannot drop the Blue Feather at least, so that's positive. However, let's enjoy this summer music one more time before we get in there. And then we'll be giving it to her. Unfortunately, there is no earlier way to get her, so we do have to wait until 9 a.m., but it's okay. Another thing you could do if you wanted to, if you're spicy, is you don't actually have to unglitch yourself. Yes, I was gonna say. Jamie actually just said exactly where I was going. You can bring it all the way down the mountain glitched. However, we saw in my last run with Bob that I had a moondrop flower in a really bad spot, and you can't jump over moondrop flowers. So if you have, like he mentions, an herb or a flower in the way, you're toast, honey. So we're just gonna give this to Gwen. She's gonna be happy. I'm talking to her. This is bad. I'm so sorry. And I'm gonna go to bed. The wedding will take place automatically. Rena, it is not, because then you still have to wait until 9 a.m. anyways, and tomorrow is a festival day, so I would have to sleep one more time. We have considered it, but I Z-sleep sometimes. Running slower doesn't matter also because 9 a.m. You can make it to the inn before 9 a.m. holding it, so then you don't have to waste time on glitching, but once again, it is riskier, so I would not recommend it if you're starting out. If you're really rushing against a good time, then you could go for it, but I highly, highly recommend that you do not unglitch, or like don't keep yourself glitched if you're just starting out, because it is very risky. Yes, exactly. Yeah. So you can make it there with the feather, but risky biscuits. Oh, I mashed so fast that I didn't even get the text box for yes. Killing it. Look at the frames. Look at the frames. Yeah, you have to have the movement. So there is one rock that is always a troublemaker. You have to be so careful. Oh, she's so cute. And then also, yeah, if herbs and flowers get in the way, you're toasty. What frames? I know, they're going by so fast you can't keep up. So yes, unfortunately this is not a PB because I did have quite a few mistakes with the cabbage at the start, and my dupe was not super fast. But we still had a successful marriage, and that's what matters. And we're just a little bit over estimate. Yeah, the headbutt, it's so cute. Anyways, that is another marriage run. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in chat. I'll be around for the morning, and we will be back with more marriage after this next run. But still stay for the next run. I believe Gogo's coming in with some Harvest Moon 64. And yeah, we have another voter marriage run in a little bit. So yeah, hold tight. It's going to be amazing. And we're going to end time right when we get the music note. And time. That is a 103.25. Not so bad, not so bad. Ideally, the sub hour is what we're going for, but that is still good.